Hey y'all, it's Casey Danielle, and welcome to my channel. It is my first video, so I thought I would start with one of my favorite things, and that's tech. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am a full stack software engineer at Microsoft, and I really thought it would be cool to take you guys along with me as I complete a full day of software engineering. I enjoy watching day in the lives of pretty much anybody, but specifically software engineers, obviously. I really want to make this YouTube channel an outlet for me. If you take everything that's happening in tech, it's just a lot going on, and it's a lot going on in the world. I really want to make some content that feels authentic, and it gives me kind of like a sense of community. Hopefully you guys in the comments can relate to what I'm about to talk about and are interested to see, what I do. But anyway, I'll stop yapping about myself and get straight into kind of the topic. So, being a software engineer right now is definitely scary. It's a lot of unknown, like I said before. We've literally had waves of layoffs since last year. And it's definitely put in perspective just how fast things move in the tech space. With this new wave of AI, it feels like we've seen more changes than I've ever seen in my whole entire career.
It's when you're growing at the rate that we're growing, you get so much done in a year, you forget how far you went. Humans can't understand that. And we're in this situation where the exponential is moving like this. As this stuff happens quicker, you will forget what was true 2 years ago or 3 years ago. That's the key thing. So my advice to you all is ride the wave, but ride it every day. Don't view it as episodic and something you can end, but understand it and build on it. Each and every one of you has a reason to use this technology. If you're not using this technology, you're not going to be relevant compared to your peer groups and your competitors and the people who want to be successful.
So I like to start my mornings off with my OneNote, all of my things to do for the day. Like I have, because on OneNote you can have like a tab. On the tab it says to do. On the side you have other multiple like tabs, and so those go by week. And inside of the actual sheets or doc inside of OneNote, I'll have a to-do list for each day, Monday through Friday. It just gives me a good picture of what I need to do. I can look at everything and decide priority, what I need to look at first, what's important to get done today, what I can maybe move to the next day or next week, in this case, since it's Friday. And also, of course, we keep track of all of our tasks and items on a board, but if I get like a quick Teams chat from a PM or someone about something new that needs to be added, or like a bug that's been found, I will add it to my OneNote first. And so that's the most updated. And then I can go back and take the time to fill out the task and where we really keep track of it, like my whole team, and put in the details and stuff. So it's just a quick way for me not to forget, because if I don't write it down initially, it might slip my mind by the end of the day. So there's this divide I've been seeing lately online. Basically, you have the people who absolutely hate AI, and then you have those people who are fully embracing it. I do think there's common ground. If you aren't intentional with how you're using AI, it can definitely hinder you more than it can help you. But if you are intentional about using AI, it's a world of difference. It's, to me, been the thing that has made me once an okay engineer to now I have the ability to really understand things on a completely deeper level and really get to dive into any topic that I want to. I have a tutor at my beck and call. Okay, so currently the big to-dos for me, there's some admin type work that I need to do as far as setting up this smart card that I use to get access to one of my other laptops. I've been trying to do this for at least 2 weeks. I don't know why it's been so difficult, but like it has. Anyway, another thing is just checking this dashboard, because currently I'm in charge of a lot of the security tasks that our team needs to handle. I am responsible for making sure that those items that are getting flagged get triaged and completed. So I'll look at that today. I also have this front end change that I'm working on that I just finished actually.
So of course my camera died. So while you get my POV of lunch from my Meta glasses, I'll speak to the last item that I'll be working on today, which is a back-end item. It's basically a lift and shift of some of our current APIs and trying to migrate them to using this new SDK. It's been a pretty interesting project because it allows me to touch a lot of pieces of our back-end code. So some of the stuff that I didn't have a hand in writing, I get familiar with. So I've been enjoying that, but I will say there's a few instances just because of how the SDK handles some of our data versus how that was happening before. There's not really a one-to-one type of conversion. That's made things a bit challenging, but for the most part, it's been going pretty well. So that's what you'll see me working on mostly for the rest of this video. Today was basically a full day of straight coding. Usually I am coding most of my days. Obviously, there's writing documentation that comes up, reviewing pull requests, which is code that my peers have done, and also just meetings. As far as how AI fits into my day-to-day, I use GitHub Copilot for pretty much everything. And honestly, it's really good, so shout out to them. It's been super helpful, especially when it comes to things like efficiency and syntax checks. I love how easily accessible it is through the chat window. If I forget the syntax for something or I get mixed up, especially, when I'm switching between React on the front end and C# on the back end, it's like right there to help. Now, it's not like I can just say, hey, here's a feature, go build it out in our code base, and it magically does it all perfectly. I've tried that.
All right, so I'm finished with work. I'm not gonna lie, the last thing that I was working on, migrating our code, just like it was giving me trouble, and I'm not giving up, but I am definitely getting help on Monday,
which is huge
because I don't have all the time in the world, and it needs to get resolved so I can move on to other things.
It handles that really well, so I don't have to go in and do all the copying and pasting and worrying about if I've changed all the names over correctly, things like that. Yeah, so I don't think AI is all doom and gloom. There are definitely some positives coming out of it, and I think everyone should explore and form their own opinion. That said, I'd be lying if I didn't admit that, yeah, I do believe AI will eventually take over my job, or at least a big part of it. It might leave me with only the parts I don't really enjoy. I'm not sure, but I do think about it, and I think it's going to completely change how I work regardless. I also found myself wondering about the big picture. What happens when AI becomes deeply embedded in how people live and work? A lot of jobs are at risk, And that raises tough questions like, what happens to the folks who get left behind? What happens to that older woman or man who's just now getting comfortable?
Y'all, I was supposed to be going out. You know, I did a little light makeup.
The conversation.
Had on a cute little dress.
They be able to thrive in this new AI-driven world.
Kind of did my eyebrows. Supposed to go on this date to a rooftop. The weather outside is terrible. It's not rooftop weather. It's not summer weather.
I feel like if we're not at least thinking about the potential
took off the dress and we are in a t-shirt and shorts.
We're setting ourselves
and
up
I'm just
for
gonna
trouble.
call it a night and just enjoy Love Island tonight.
Still
read
don't
my
really
book
know what's
by
coming. And that's what
the
makes
window
everything just
and
so
open the window to watch the rain.
Question mark, question mark, question
Yeah,
mark, question mark.
call it a day.
Leave your thoughts
I
below
was super excited for the rooftop, but yeah, this weather is just like a no. It's so bad. So, but we move. I'm also excited to read my book and stay. Not gonna lie.